Kia ora. Hi everyone. If you don't know me, my name is Pandora. I live in Perth and I'm from New Zealand. I have jumped on this because I want to see if there's any other people out there who have like vivid dreams like me. So yeah, this is the main reason why I'm on here. I did make a video before, but I was like, nope, I'll do it again. Start off with my name first, where I'm from New Zealand, and yeah, and I live in Australia now. I've been living here for almost 10 years. I'm jumping on here because I want to talk about dreams, talk about vivid dreams, talk about anything to do with dreams, the dreams that I have, and people can also share their experiences. But yeah, I just want to be more open about it because not a lot of people talk about dreams because it's in the back of their mind. But me, when it comes to dreams, they're quite vivid. Sometimes they're quite intense. Yeah. Where should I start? I might as well start from the start of all of this, I guess. When I had recently first started to live over here, so like 10 years ago, I had my first real dream, like the dreams that I have, they've got to do with people around me. Sometimes they're people I don't know, but usually when I see someone in my dream, something happened to them. Like, I can't control that, but it happens. So in my dreams, I dream about people, and then I'll hear something about them. Could be a month later, could be 2 weeks, could be a few days, but something, there's always something that happens. And when things happen to these people that I see in my dreams, usually they're not good. Like, not saying they're like out the gate, like, you know, death and shit, like, oh, mind my language and stuff like that, but sometimes they can just be just quite negative. We'll just say quite negative. So yeah, I'm going to talk about my first experience I had when I had just moved to Perth with one of my dreams that was quite vivid. So I was 16 when I came to Perth, and I had a dream. I was back at home, back in New Zealand, back at my home, and my neighbour, one of my childhood friends / neighbour, he used to live next door. Him and his little brother, I used to always play with them when I was a kid. So the one that was around my age, I had a dream of him, and this happened at my house back in New Zealand, and I was sleeping in my auntie's room, and I was just waking up. I was sleeping, then I knew someone was outside. So when I woke up, like back home everyone has curtains, like Perth, oh, I live in Perth, they have blinds or they don't have proper curtains here, but in New Zealand everyone has curtains or blinds with there's different blinds, but yeah, where I'm from back home, it's mainly curtains. So when I woke up, I peered through the curtain, but it was not the main curtain, it was just like the see-through kind of one, the white one. I peered through the curtain to see, who was coming through the driveway, and it was my neighbour, and he was on a quad, a red quad, and he was driving past he was driving into the driveway, and I could see him drive past because my auntie's room is near the gate. So as you drive through, her room's like literally like right there, and I could see him driving through on this red quad bike. And as he was coming through, I saw like this little boy. I didn't know who this little boy was. I didn't know him. I was like, thinking, who is that? I didn't see his face, but I saw the back of his head. It was short, darky light. No, not darky light. It was like a darky brown. I can't say darky light. What the hell? I mean, like a dark brownie, short hair, little boy, holding on to his brother, driving past. And then after that, I had woken up, and I remember it distinctively. Like everything, like it was daytime. I remember the curtains, like it just looked like everything that I saw in my auntie's room. It just looked normal. And when I woke up, I didn't think too much of it, but I remembered it. And I usually remember my dreams if they're quite vivid and distinctive. And I think it was a day or two later, I jump on Facebook. I'm usually always on Facebook anyways, I'm a teenager, always jumping on social media, always checking up on everyone back home because I just moved to Australia. And then I think it was a day or maybe two that had passed, and then I see that my neighbour, his brother had passed away, and his brother was a little boy, and I had never met his youngest brother. I only used to play with him and his brother younger than him, but I never met the youngest boy, and he was only a kid. And it freaked me out because in my dream I saw a little boy on the back of the quad with him, and it really freaked me out. And to hear that he drowned like 1 or 2 days later, it really freaked me out. And I'd never processed it properly. Like, I did freak out for a bit, but then I just let it go. But that was such a big thing for me when it came to my dreams. And then later on I had met my partner, and then from then on I just told him everything, like anything that happened in dreams and stuff. I told him everything. And then from then I'll just tell him and then just let it go. But I feel like I should be doing something with this, because I feel like it's not a coincidence that I'm getting these dreams, and it would be good to let someone know who has dreams like this, like me as well, and just to be open about it. And yeah, that's my story anyways. I had a dream. I also wanted to speak up on my dream that I had last night. Well, it wasn't such a dream. It was like early hours this morning. Like everyone knows about sleep paralysis. It's when you sleep on your stomach, or you sleep up with your face towards the ceiling and you can't move. I had one of those. I've had them throughout my life, but this one was just different. It was different. You'll see on online, like, oh, sleep paralysis, like it's nothing major, but honestly I feel like it is something major. But I don't know, Sleep paralysis freaks me out, man. Honestly, I think it freaks everyone out. But early hours this morning, oh man, where do I start? I dropped my partner off. Dropped him off at work early hours in the morning because he had work. Come home, couldn't get back to sleep till like an hour and a half later. I end up falling asleep, and I never usually sleep on my back, because when I sleep on my back, there's always something that, I don't know, I just feel like there's always something around if I'm sleeping on my back, so I always sleep on my stomach. And I slept on my back early hours this morning when I dropped my partner off and chilled out for a bit, and then I went to sleep. And this had never happened to me, but I'm going to tell you about it anyways. I had a dream. It felt like it was a dream, but it felt like I had my eyes open. And it was like I couldn't move, just like sleep paralysis, but this time it was different. Actually, no, I'll talk about before I went to sleep, when I was just in the room chilling. I was in the room on my phone chilling. I could hear a noise outside my door, or just like a little knock thing, like something had moved. But you know, I just think it's something in the house just creaking up, something. Didn't really pay too much attention to it. And then I ended up going to sleep, and then that's when sleep paralysis happened to me, and I was like, but I was alright. I was on my back though, but this one was like different. It wasn't like how it usually is when I end up in sleep paralysis. So anyways, it was like I was dreaming, but my eyes were open, and all I could hear was my voice, like someone was speaking, and my body, as well as I was speaking. My body was so fucking weird, man. Honestly. I can still remember it, and I'm saying this so I can keep note of this as well, this video. So here's me it's like I'm having a conversation with myself, looking at the ceiling. I'll speak, and then the next person who's in the same body as me is speaking to me, and we're debating on whose body is this, like. Oh my god. But yeah. Oh, and I also forgot, because I just looked back on this, and I forgot to add, once I came out of my sleep paralysis, I woke up and I heard the same bang again. Like when I woke up, I heard the same bang before I went to sleep. I heard the same bang, a little creak, when I woke up as well. So I don't know what that was, but to me it was feeling like something did come when I got sleep paralysis, and then it left. So that's what I felt. I don't know if it happened, but that is how I felt. That was my dream-ish, kind of, that I had this morning, early hours this morning, and I was like, oh. So I decided tonight I'm gonna start speaking more on just my dreams in general, and keep it kind of like a diary. I don't want to write it down, I'd rather just talk to the screen. If anyone has anything similar to the dreams that I might upload or talk about, just let me know. Send me messages, because I've just had dreams since growing up that are just, it's like gaining knowledge in your head, but it's like you just know it. Yeah. I hope I make sense. But that's a bit about me anyways. I'm just gonna start uploading. I might upload this. I'm gonna keep this as a bit of a diary, just to talk about my dreams, talk about I might talk more about my other past dreams as well, but that's just a bit of a highlight of what's been going on while I sleep. I know some people have really bad nightmares. I've had a few, but I'll save that for another time. I just thought I would talk a bit about it. Anyways, I'm gonna go now. I hope you guys have a good night, and we'll speak soon.